Salut les amis abonnés, bienvenue sur Strayblade.
My name is Farron West. My name. The Valley of Promise. A Kriya, where God sleeps. Nobody would have believed me back then, that all their different names, in truth, described the same. But for this reason, it was me, the unimportant stray, who found it. I traveled alone, as I always did. Since if I were to be betrayed, my journey would have become a race against those with more money and power. And then, I took my first step onto a Kriyan ground. I thought that this would be my biggest adventure. But how big it would be, I could have never known. I feel horrible. What? Where am I? Oh, my head feels like it's going to explode. Just... how did it get... Whoa! What's this? A stone. And it crashed into me. Didn't I... did I die? No, that can't be. I'm standing here, right now. Shouldn't try removing it. Whatever. As long as I'm still alive, that's all that matters. Like they always said, Farron will probably survive anything. But I better not keep pressing my luck. So, time to leave.
Wait. Those fresh animal tracks. Weird. Some look almost like tiny boots.
Pour ceux qui connaissent pas le jeu, mais c'est un jeu amateur.
Someone bring me here.
Mais si ça n'a pas l'air, c'est un jeu amateur.
Came alone. Ah, that's what I call helpful. Don't know how accurate this is, but I should definitely map this out. At least it gives me some landmarks.
J'ai joué un peu à ce jeu avant de faire une diffusion aujourd'hui. Donc, je peux m'attaquer. Coup de poing.
Those are berries. So they grow even here. That should drive the headache away. This is my sword. How is it rusted already? Maybe the merchant ripped me off. What are they all doing here? Golden Order? Blackclaw Clan? Even the Church of the Observer. There were no signs that they found the valley as well. All the more reason to leave. Hoped it wouldn't be necessary, but I think I should change into my helmet. Huh? I don't think any animal is stupid enough to be this noticeable. I could follow it. Well, I don't know the way anyway. So how back can I get? Another one? Seems like these shrines are important to their creators. Otherwise, they wouldn't have survived through those. So, not everyone is dead. Oh, bother. Hey! Hola! Salve! Don't want to disturb you in your, business, but do you know a way out here? I suppose you don't. Guess I shouldn't have even tried asking.
You will regret entering our lands!
He's part of the Golden Order. Just how did they find that? Nobody should have known that they come here. What happened while I was unconscious? Well, my sword probably won't hold up much longer. But I never was that good at forging. With the blueprint, I should at least... Not too shabby. Maybe I should have considered another job than journeying. Probably less dangerous, too. Who am I kidding? As if I could ever sit still long enough. Not feeling like showing yourself? Thought so. Even if you'd stop helping me now, couldn't blame you. Well, but... Thank you. Well, following you isn't the best plan I ever had. It's better than nothing. compass. Oh, my friend, at least you aren't broken. Seems like the Golden Order understands your importance, seeing as they kept you. With you, it shouldn't be that hard to find a way out of here. Seen anything like you before. No, you don't seem to share my admiration. What a shame. A closed gate. Which seems like you want me to go through here. Well, luckily, you've got the best explorer at your service. One of the front parts is missing. Some kind of mask? Maybe if I find it and insert it here, trigger an opening. Hey, any clue where that could be? This is gigantic. Unfortunately, I doubt this is my way out anyway. And even if, I can't suddenly grow wings, can I? Well then, keep your secrets. You think it's in here? My experience has taught me that caves hide dangerous monsters 90% of the time. The other 10% are the reason why I enter them anyway. Let's just hope you don't want to kill me all of a sudden. Here it is. Hopefully that mask was worth all the trouble. Don't worry though. My gut's always right. Except maybe that one time when I got banned from that. Well. Not like I was to return there anyway. That village had nothing to offer. Oh, I knew it. It's always the same with these doors. The invisible guide, forgotten ruins with cryptic doors. Maybe I should come back someday. Better equipment. But then, no touching crystal spires. This is so beautiful. What kind of people might have lived here in the past? Their egos must have been enormous. Or they were giants.
And so, the mysterious guide finally reveals himself. It is I, Boji, apprentice to the greatest sage of Akria. But don't confuse me for just anyone. No, you stand before the first and only disciple of Eri, the great sage. So, you want to leave this valley? Well, that won't be easy, as you, my fellow adventurer, are now bound to this valley by the stone in your chest, and leaving it like this would be your certain doom. But fear not, there is someone who can remove that connection, though the way to him is long and hard. Beyond that gate waits a trial, your test, to see if you'll be able to make the journey to your savior. But first, you'll have to find a way behind the gate. Many obstacles stand in your way, but I believe you'll prevail over them. Each foe more dangerous than the last before you finally stand before your first trial. The General, the Gatekeeper. Only when you best him will the path out of this region open, and you'll be able to continue your search. A hard battle, promising only certain death. That is for anyone but you. The very same stone that curses you to stay is the one that blesses you with infinite lives. And for me, it's the tool that makes it possible to revive you again and again, just like I did before. Now that everything...
Wait. What the hell are you even talking about? Not being able to leave the valley, and that part about you reviving me? Do you mean to say... I died?
Exactly. So, now that all questions are out of the way...
You don't make any sense. Why should I believe you, a talking wolf monster?
I see you are still riddled with doubts, but you will find my words proven true when you continue on your way. It seems you have much to think over, so I will give you a bit of space. Oh, but don't worry. I won't leave for too long. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. Now that everything is explained, I'm sure you're burning to start your adventure, and I'm not going to keep you. Remember, the fiend behind that gate is your goal. Boji out.
Just... what was that? Go to the gate, he said? Suppose it is better than no direction. Hey, you said your name was Boji? Care to tell me who built these giant temples? They are truly astounding. Though, I wonder how big their egos must have been.
Oh, massive, believe me. Especially that of the one who ruled this place. These temples were built for the Elisine, a culture that lived here way before your time.
Elisine? Why is everything so big?
Well, because they were gigantic. Almost 2 to 3 times your size.
2 to 3? That is hard to imagine. Particularly with you next to me.
Understandable. But I tell the truth, they were truly impressive. Not only their bodies, but also often their minds. Most of them were alchemists, you know?
Alchemists, huh? Probably believed themselves to be above everything else.
Most of them did. Yes.
How unsurprising.
These tools all look familiar, but a bit too big to use. Maybe they needed them for other things. Well, it's still good metal. No reason to waste it. What is this? I need to calm myself. I'm sure there is an explanation. Maybe it was some kind of mutation. Yeah. Beyond the gate waits your first trial. But the way's barred. Yeah, you don't say. Do I really have to go there? Why can't I just leave?
Because you are bound to the valley, Farron. Really, I wouldn't recommend it.
Whoa! Where did you come from? How do you know my name?
You said it yourself? In the cave? But trust me, you can't leave. Not without losing your life. And this time it would be permanent, because I wouldn't be able to follow you as I am bound as well. The closer you get to the border, the weaker you get. Your heart slows down, your spirit fades, until you do your last and final step over the border.
But then, what am I supposed to do?
I told you, didn't I? There is someone who can break that connection. Someone I want to reach as well, though for other reasons.
Then tell me where to find him instead of giving me some riddles about a guardian I have to beat.
Your savior sleeps in the spire in the middle of the valley. The one that blasted you away, remember it? But I can't enter it. And you can't do it either. Not the way you are now.
That barrier around here. What does this have to do with me?
That's a long story. I'll tell you on our way to the gate, because we really will have to beat that guardian creature behind it.
We? No, there is no such thing as we. I don't plan on carrying a burden with me.
Oh, a burden? Without that burden, you would still be lost, though, trying to escape the valley which would kill you. That is, if the others don't. And who will revive you again if that happens?
Just spit it out. You need me. For whatever reason.
Yes, I do. And it is a reason I will explain if we travel together. Besides, we have the same destination, so why wouldn't we? Isn't it useful for you to have a guide who knows his way around here?
I can't believe it. Fine. Do what you want. those down there clay huts? Were they built later than the temples?
No, something doesn't add up.
This doesn't look like the other structures these Hellenes have built. Oh, it reminds me of...
The central spire? Yes. Seems like Tezuth, the ruler of this area, built this so the Achaeans could still continue their rituals under his rule.
Wait, Achaeans? Who were they?
Oh, true, you wouldn't know. We already talked about how the Hellenes who lived here were gigantic, but they weren't the only inhabitants of the valley. There were also the Achaeans, who resembled your people. A lot smaller. They used the central spire to release dead spirits into the flux, an energy that flows through this valley, which keeps everything alive and in balance.
That seems unlikely.
You don't have to believe me, but that very flux energy is what I use to vanish and appear again. I see you're still skeptical. Well, you will come to accept it with time.
J'avais oublié qu'il y avait une plante là.
Let's explore a bit. We don't have to haste, right?
Ça va pas plus qu'on ennemi, toi.
Look! I think I can open a new path here. Let's go! Wait for it. Out, 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 out. Harder. Carefully. With feeling. Okay, quench it.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Let's go! Wait for it. Let's go! Let's go!
I'm certain I recognize this area. Boji, we go in circles.
On va voir les amis et les araignées.
Farid, you better be careful.
You. J'ai oublié quelque chose dans l'antre de l'araignée. Ça, hop. J'ai oublié cette plante. Et la flèche du temple. Putain qu'il y a une plante cannibale là. Désolé.
Looks like we can't just keep going. I was sure we would get to water split from here. Maybe we can find a way through the convergence. Just continue straight.
So much for you knowing the way around the valley. If there is another way out of this region, why do I have to beat that general anyway? You said we can't enter the spire right now. We didn't explain why.
We have to defeat the general to be able to enter Tezu's palace.
Tezuth? The one you called ruler of this place? Why should we go to him? I thought the goal was to defeat the general so we can get out of here into the spire.
Tezuth is one of the 3 keys we need. Another foe we have to fight, so we can enter the spire where our savior rests.
Again, you aren't making sense.
You wouldn't know what makes sense right now anyway. Go to the convergence. I'll explain more there. There it is, the spire. Inside our helper rests the sage, my master. If in deep sleep or dead, I do not know.
Wait, he's dead? How was he supposed to help us then? And you didn't tell me we were going to your master.
As I said, I do not know if he is dead. And who it was seemed of little importance to you, since I don't recall you ever asking. Either way, when we are there, we should be able to revive him. But because of certain precautions, not everyone is able to just waltz into his spire. Only those who have mastered the 3 elements that form the core of Ikria, like Ere did, are able to enter. Which means I will never be able to go alone.
3 elements?
You have them in you right now. The stone in your chest is made from all 3. Insium, Manonite, and Jinnan. This makes it possible for you to master them, if you beat their current masters. They each learned to control one of the elements many centuries ago. One of those is Tezuth, the champion. And that giant palace you saw that you couldn't enter? That was his. So our goal is still the same. We beat the Guardian General of the Temple so we can enter and defeat Tezuth. And afterwards, we'll find the other 2 masters.
That sounds like a heck of a lot of work to regain my freedom. I never wanted to learn mystical powers or become master of some element. It's a responsibility I never wished for.
The sage once told me that often there is a price to freedom, but many don't know what that price will be.
Some price it is. To die and be forced to fight through a crazy valley with a talking wolf.
I prefer to be called by my name. I believe so do you, Farron.
I understand.
Anyway, let's find another way back to the forest, and then we will find that general. We can stay here for a while. We can stay here for a while. You could find that here. Hope you're ready, Farron. Spirits find into the flux.
Almost too easy.
Here they come. Let's go! Wait
What?
for it. Out. Out, 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 out. Harder. Carefully. With feeling. Okay, quench it.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Let's go! Ready for it.
How dare you? Is a spire that interesting? Seems like you can't take your eyes away.
It is my birthplace. My home. Yet it is impossible for me to enter.
Doesn't look like a wolf den. What? Isn't that the place where wolves are usually born?
It's my second, to be precise. Your description of me as a wolf wasn't too far off. Before I lived my life as a pupil of Eri, I was a mere wolf of this valley. When I died, Eri found me and decided to revive me, sending my spirit through Jinon back into my body. While he didn't anticipate how much it would change me, he seemed happy with the outcome.
So, the greatest pupil was created as an experiment by that great sage Ere. What he did wasn't for you, but for himself.
Don't talk about him that way. You have no right to do so.
I didn't mean... Do I need permission to talk about it? I'll be sure to ask next time. So, we made it here. What now?
Hopefully we can get to Water Split from here.
Hopefully, you're all right this time.
Oh, don't sulk. Let's continue.
É,
Did you see that?
oh, il y avait chose de plantes qui me tue. Oh, aïe aïe. Oh, c'est un voyage rapide ça? Je sais pas comment tu marches le voyage rapide dans les jeux. Yo, il a pas pu me mener lui. Faut que tu plantes. Bon, on va me mettre dans la plante.
Seems like a dead end. Here they come.
Almost too easy.
Hope you're ready for it.
Astounding. There's always more to find.
Look! I think I can open a new path here.
I think I should use the shrine. It always proves useful.
Beautiful, right? The river carries its name well.
I've seen so many rivers, I stopped really looking at them. But I admit, this is definitely one of the more beautiful. We're here. What now?
I think the Heaven's Climb temple in the back is connected to the main one by a bridge. It's collapsed quite a bit, but hopefully the elevator is still working.
Ok, faut que je vienne dans l'eau.
Stubborn donkey, I told you to be careful. Your turn again.
Let's come back later again. I will definitely find out what this is.
Tu m'auras pas une deuxième fois, toi, mon petit clown.
You will regret entering our land.
Even the toughest crowd would be impressed by this.
Allez, je pas de planque, puis je me fais avoir par cette stupide planque. Oh.
Let's go!
T'auras pas la même gaffe qu'à tout à l'heure. Elle va sauter dans l'eau, sinon, c'est mauvais.
Oh, always good to see one of them.
I was supposed to go much further.
Mais oh, il me semble que j'ai regardé avant.
Hope you're ready for it.
Don't hope for mercy in this world.
Il est bugué le jeu.
So we'll live another day. Ready again to fight.
Let's go!
Intruder! Get them!
So we'll live another day.
You will regret entering
So we'll live another day.
Interesting.
Oh, always good to see one of them. Look at this. So this is Tezuth.
It certainly is. Only he would present himself in such an overdrawn way.
He seems so powerful. Can you imagine what one could do with so much power?
Yes, I can more than imagine it. What would you do with such power?
I don't know. But I finally would be someone. Someone that isn't laughed at for his lowly origin. Not ordered around by others that believe themselves to be higher. there'd be no rules that I would have to follow.
And if the rules are for the good of everyone?
You've never seen the world outside, right? There are no rules like that. Never were. Everybody just lives for themselves.
Is that so? Leave I need some time to think, Farron. Alone.
Boji! Boji! Of course! Just leave. That's what everyone does in the end. But it's my fault. As always. Damn it. No way to open this now. I can't read this. Not without Boji. No elevator here. We have to get to the top of the temple. Almost too easy. Closed. And without Boji, it will stay so. I should have been more careful with my words.
Ugh.
Okay? Got it all down.
You can't escape.
Order will prevail.
You wanna fight?
Where is this? Am I inside a cage?
If you really want to know, yes, you are inside a cage.
Boji? You've came back?
Never really left. Like I said, I just needed some time alone.
But why? After what I...
As the sage believed, no. We're only getting to know each other. And I have to admit, not everything was perfectly handled. Apart from that, it feels bad when someone you know gets captured under your nose. Who would have thought?
So we're fine.
Well, I wouldn't exactly call it that, as you are mere hours away from your execution, but... yeah, we're fine. And now, let's get you... out of here. You didn't think such a simple door could ever stop the only student of the great sage, did you? Huh. Arcane Blast!
Intruder! Them or lose your titles!
So we'll live another day.
Be careful.
Don't worry. I won't die so easily again. Especially now that you fight with me. Show them what you've got, Boji!
Intruder! Get them or lose your title!
Dare you!
Feeling better already?
We've got a troublemaker! Much further!
May their spirits find into the flux. Let's go! I like the look of that.
You will regret entering our lands!
You will regret entering our lands. It's supposed to go much further.
So we'll live another day.
You will regret entering our lands.
Yes, we did it! What a thrill!
Oh, you can say that again?
You really have a knack for fighting, you know?
Well, the world outside is harsh. But without you, I wouldn't even have been able to leave that cell. So, thank you. And I am sorry for what I said about you and Eric.
I accept your apology, Farron. Then, you want to renew our partnership. But this time for real. No secrets, no ill feelings, no doubts.
Really? You think it'll work? We just bumped heads until now.
Yes. In time, I'll tell you everything. And I'll put my trust in you. You'll have to try and trust me as well. If we both try our best, I believe we'll manage.
All right.
Great, then let's go. Tezuth and his general are waiting for us. And on the way, you will learn everything you desire to.
What a masterpiece. Oh, I look forward to fighting with it.
So many weapons we craft, only for you to replace them with the next best. Well, as long as you're having fun.
Ready now to tell me the reason why you want to see Ere?
Yes, since that is what it means to be partners. All these humans here in the valley, they aren't good for this place. They destroy everything, both nature and buildings. They fight and kill every day. I don't know what they're even doing here. They bring the valley out of balance. There was a barrier around the valley that hid it from the outside, but
I suppose its absence has to do with me.
when you got too close to the spire, the barrier seems to have been destroyed. I hope that Eric can restore it and bring back peace to my home. I know they are your kind, so I hesitated telling you.
But don't worry, I wouldn't consider myself particularly close to those of my kind. Besides, temples of such beauty, they deserve to be treated with respect. And those who don't follow that can be booted out.
If you're already impressed by the temples now, you should have seen them back in the days when Tezuth was still ruling.
They were probably in a much better shape. But for me, it is enough to see them like this.
Better shape? Sure, let's call it that.
see that? So, these giant, I mean, Elisine. Who were they? Or what?
The Elisine. They were led by the four most excellent of their people, who were called Tezuth the Champion, Uskal the Protector, Ingla the Seer, and finally, Ere the Sage. All the Elisine were brilliant alchemists, but none of them was as proficient as these four, especially the Sage. This valley was unimaginably precious to them, for it harbors 3 metals of immense worth. For that, they didn't even mind sharing the valley with the Acreans. Despite their differences, surprisingly, the Acreans and the Elisine got along well.
What happened then?
It is a complicated story, and as such it deserves time to be told. I will just say this much. In the beginning, all was well. But don't worry, I will tell you more later.
Oh, hey, waiting, you know that.
Oh yes, I'm beginning to see that. Let's open you up, shall we? Here they come. Let's go! Let's go!
Okay.
It's good to see one of them.
Oh, astounding. There's always more to find. Oh, astounding. There's always more to find.
I could add this to my collection.
Hope you're ready for it.
Shouldn't be.
So dramatic, Farron.
So we'll live another day.
I think we're done here. Farron, let's go north. Let's go! Hope you're ready, Farron. Body boom!
You will regret entering our land.
Ah, I remember the time vividly. When the first generals were created, they were Illicene like Tezuth himself. But to win the upcoming war against Uskal and Ingla, he transformed them. Not like he was the only one who had that idea, though, as the other two did exactly the same. He made those poor Illicene slaves to his will, banishing their spirits into the flux as only an energy source for the soldiers he created. Part stag, part Insium, and a part of Tezuth's own spirit to control them.
These generals sound like monsters.
If they're monsters, what does that make me? In many ways, I'm the first of their kind. Since they were made after my image when Tezuth and the others first saw me.
Bougie.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We have a mission, remember?
How dare you?
Here they come.
Even the toughest crowd would be impressed by this.
You will regret entering our land.
We'll be ready for it.
How dare you? I was supposed to go much further. Dang!
Let's go! I like the look of that.
So we'll live another day.
What an enchanting view. Anything with this yet. Oji's got your back. Oh, interesting. Oh, interesting. Hey, Farron, you'll like this. I believe we are soon there. The place where the General sleeps.
Should I look forward to it?
Fear would probably be the more appropriate reaction, but I value and salute your calmness. I have to say though, don't share it.
You scared?
Well, as a small wolf like me should be? Yes. Luckily, I don't have to fight.
Thanks for the reminder.
Always a pleasure. Thank you, Mary, for leaving this behind. Did you write that down?
Almost there.
Je pense au final pas.
Stay here for a while.
That light that entered me, it changed me, didn't it? I feel different, like I'm drawn into many directions at the same time. Oh, it is weird.
Part of Tezuth's spirit lived in that, General. With it transferring to you, you are now well on your way to mastering Insium. Now, I can only give a profound guess, but you probably feel drawn to every Insium that surrounds us. Try focusing on one of those floating elements. Can you feel something?
Yeah, I do.
Now then, use your power. Draw on that feeling you described.
Shape, you said.
Better shape, yes.
This shouldn't even be possible.
Is it as impossible as a talking wolf? What you see now are glimpses into the glory of Tezuth's era. Beautiful, isn't it? I suppose Tezuth was that arrogant for a reason.
We continue now to his palace, right? The one you first guided me to?
Correct. There awaits Tezuth, and if you defeat him, you will be the sole master of Insium.
But I think I should also explore a bit now that the temple has changed. I mean, how often do you get the chance to walk over flying ruins?
Well, a bit of training with your new ability certainly won't hurt. And I can't deny, I'm also curious what wonders Tezuth might have hidden here.
Here I go. No distance is too far.
There are so many new things to explore. With your new Insium ability, we could probably check out all those floating elements we saw before. I guess we shouldn't forget Tezuth as well.
So what happened to him? To the Elisine, I mean. That general was fossilized, but why? Give me the story.
It is a tragic but well-known tale. After going through a ritual to change themselves and gain the powers to control their later respective metals, Tezuth, Uskal, and Ingla were slowly consumed by greed and separated the valley into three. It didn't take long before they started preparing for a war against each other. Driven by their suspicions that obsessed them. The Acreans were forced to follow them into this senseless fight. What became of the Acreans, I do not know. But most of the Elisine changed their form for what was to come. To prevent a war that would destroy everything in the valley, Eri, my master, sent out a shockwave that fossilized all of those that had made a connection to one of the Acrean metals. Only I remained, since he sent me to the edge of the valley before.
Is this the reason you don't know what became of Ere?
Yes. He was also bound to all three metals, so I don't know what the shockwave did to him.
Here I go.
I already see it. No reason to hide it, Farron. You want to know what this is, right?
You better.
Well, this behind me is an arcane forge. It was used by the Elisine to create the most powerful weapons, armor, and more. A masterpiece of creation, running with the power of flux. Though I have to admit, I always wondered how they gathered so much of it in one place.
That sounds brilliant. Can you run it?
Well, it's exhausting. But luckily for you, I can. So if you want something special, we can try crafting it here. Thank you, Acreans, for all the gifts you left the valley.
Oh, always good to see one of them. Here I go. Here I go. No distance is too far. Hey, Boji. Have you ever met him? Tezuth, I mean. I am going to fight him soon, and knowing more about him could give me the needed edge.
Indeed I have. And believe me, Tezuth knew how to stay in one's mind. Back then, the war preparations hadn't yet started, mind you. He was already full of himself, visiting my master with a herald who was supposed to announce all of his titles and deeds. Bless that poor guy. But if he hadn't choked on his own words, he would have waited for hours. And let me tell you, Tezuth only became more insufferable as the years went on. But let's continue for now. Let's go!
Look at that. We can get through it now. Tasty.
Have you gotten stronger, or are they weaker?
Here we go. No distance is too far.
Hope you're ready for it. Hope you're ready for it.
So, what did you call Tezuth insufferable?
What kind of person builds giant temples for himself, if not an insufferable one? But it wasn't always like this. Lord Perry told me so at least. Tezuth was a highly respected warrior, and not without reason called the champion. He was one of the smaller Elisines, stature-wise, but that never kept him from being the best he could be. Even in the darkest times, he was like a shining light for his people, giving them hope. Eri didn't often talk about his past with Tezuth, but when he did, he sounded like a proud older brother, talking about the younger one's achievements.
Nobody stays the same. Most people disappoint you at some point in life.
And sometimes they surprise you at the most wondrous times.
And I learned something new.
Ready again to fight.
Hey, Varren, look here. It seems Tezuth spared no effort to make this place memorable.
Speaking of the devil, that creature down there is him.
Indeed it is. I only saw him once in this changed form. Till this day I never understood why he did it.
Power, of course. But no matter how much he got, it won't save him when I get to him.
Ha! Luckily the Akrian shrine is right there, so I won't have to drag your overconfident corpse too far. Let's open you up, shall we?
Non, le dernier combat, pas après ça, non. Ma chaîne. Je veux dire, pas ma chaîne, mais ma diffusion. Je me suis trompé de mot.
First thing I see after my sleep, a vermin. This is only the beginning.
You can't keep up.
Boji, did you see that? He summoned lightning and could teleport. He should have been impossible. But I still did it.
And what grace you did. It was truly inspiring and a bit horrifying. But it gave me a brilliant idea how I can help you in future fights. Anyway, with Tezuth gone, you are now the true sovereign over Insium.
I expected to feel different.
Change can happen slowly, sneaking. The balance of the three elements is delicate, and if disturbed it will harm you and your soul. The missing balance drove Tezuth and the others into their greed for more power, pushing them into deciding to change themselves even more, completely abandoning what they once were. What you just saw wasn't an Elisine anymore. They did this just to win one fight against each other. A duel planned by Eri as a way to end the war without using their armies. But he did not foresee how far they would go to win.
I don't like the sound of that. Why didn't you tell me sooner?
Because I believe in you, Farah. I believe you will be able to fight it, just like me. I will always carry only Genon within me. While you will change, if you remember where you come from and strive to always be your best, we will surely overcome anything. Now let's leave this temple.
Bon, ben moi je vais arrêter la diffusion là. Je vous dis bonne après-midi. Et une bonne soirée pour ceux qui sont autres heures. Et moi je vous dis, on peut pas vous abonner, on peut pas liker, ça me fera plaisir. Et à la prochaine.